anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia Tech's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on, but this is one of those games.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Finds his tight end. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking for a man. It's Bobo. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Brings it down on the right side. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll run it again. Shakes off the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop them on 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. This place is alive, and they'd love to force this offense into another mistake. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Bobo. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So Clemson's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we'd have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quick completion to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a big 3rd down stop for this defense. Man, they're in field goal range. What do? You push them out of range by getting pressure on the quarterback and, most importantly, getting that fast guy on the ground. He can make plays. He can get outside the pocket. Nice discipline, nice structure by this defense, and possibly taking points off the scoreboard.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No. Breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. They're working that left side. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They've got a first down here to open the period. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sure hands, it's straight. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the returner is stopped. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Unloads to the right. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab right down the middle. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Going to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Yellow Jackets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Singleton. The short hand, it's Drake. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lewis. Quick step and go. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. If you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He uncorks one deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Corners are going to bail. Scanning the field, it's Singleton. Looking deep down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Just keep slinging it. Makes the grab on the left. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Back to pass, it's Singleton. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Drake. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
The Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Away from the defender. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After another clutch 3rd down conversion, it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Ball State is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to Liberty. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. But, man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to throw, it's Bobo. Rushes on him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Might be changing the route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Loss of 6. Second down.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got his man to the left. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He leaves it with his back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To throw, it's Singleton. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw one interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Let's go! Let's go! They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. Looking for room at the 40. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He wants to change this route. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Turning it on! They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
To the air, it's Bobo. Throws to the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll test the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense up front? Their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
To the air, it's Singleton. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
From the 30-yard line on first down. They go to the ground. Runs for the tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to the Red Hawks of Miami. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. And any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Back to throw, it's Bobo. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Gotta have it here on fourth down. He's taking the deep shot. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. First and goal. Got his man. Going for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the fourth. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Singleton. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Lewis. At the 35, he's open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. The holder will kneel at the 33. A 43-yard attempt for the win. And it's good. He nailed it. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.